So, welcome everybody. I'm Professor Dina Kiwan. I'm at the University of Birmingham in the UK, and I'm the principal investigator or the lead for this program, which is called Disability Under Siege. Ted Tuthill is the program manager, and Sarah Martin, who you can see there, she's just come on with her headphones on. She's the project administrator, and we're all based at the University of Birmingham. So the aim of the call is to provide an outline of the network and knowledge exchange funding call and how we can support applications and then also answer any questions. So what is the Disability Under Siege Network? This is an externally funded program. It's funded by something called the Global Challenges Research Fund, and it's funded through the Arts and Humanities Research Council here in the UK. It's a 4-year program. We started in April 2020, literally just after the start of the pandemic. And we have a network of partners in Palestine, Lebanon, and Jordan. And the idea behind this program is that it's a mechanism to provide funding for work across the countries where we're working, so in Palestine, Lebanon, and Jordan. And it's in particular also working across sectors, it's interdisciplinary, and we're really emphasizing the development of partnerships between academics, NGOs, policymakers, and practitioners, both in the global north and the global south, for integrated and cross-cutting activities. So just to summarize the call aim, so this is really to create opportunities for learning and co-production of new knowledge, focused on sustainable practices for education for those with disabilities, with a focus on Jordan, Lebanon, and Palestine. There are a couple of themes, and the first theme is about building local and regional networks between educational institutions, disability-led organizations, and cultural organizations. And also what we're wanting to emphasize is supporting early career researchers and those working as practitioners in the field of disability. So what do we hope to get out of this call? It's to produce more knowledge on disability from a variety of perspectives in an integrated way. It's to build capacity. So through new partnerships, the idea is it builds capacity by bringing different groups together. And then also what's really important, because we're funded by the Arts and Humanities Research Council, is the cultural component. The cultural component plays a really important role in the public sphere on how disability is understood in society. So those are the 3 things. Now, we have 3 guiding questions that can help you to think about how you want to structure your application. So how can new collaborative local, regional, and global partnerships contribute to both public and professional understandings of disability? How can local, regional, and global partnerships with arts and cultural organizations represent and shape public discourse and understanding of disability? And then thirdly, how can evidence be sustainably collected? What data can be collected, in other words, to inform policy and practice so that we see better educational outcomes for children and young people with disabilities, and that we contribute to the broader United Nations Sustainable Development Goals agenda And in particular there, our work is really focusing on having important impacts in education, reducing inequalities, and also helping to establish strong partnerships to achieve these goals. So what sorts of activities might we expect? So what sort of things would perhaps be funded? So it could be knowledge exchange events such as conferences, workshops, and seminars. It could be partnership building projects and collaborations that support the development of sustainable networks and engagement that develop public understanding of disability, and in particular in contexts of conflict and crisis. It could be collaborations between cultural organizations and disability-led organizations, so as to generate inclusive community-based projects, and also opportunities to co-design events. So it could be exhibitions, narrative projects, films, videos, or performances. Or it could be proposals for training and capacity building projects for civil society groups and government officials, which may include demonstration projects for scaling up, for transferring to different contexts, or effectiveness of social protection-based conflict prevention measures. So shall I hand over to you, Ted, here?
So I'm just going to talk a little bit about how the call is structured and how we envisage the applications being sent to us so that we can assess them and make the decision on what will be supported. We have set the limit for applications at £30,000. We have a total funding pot of £150,000 in total. We don't expect everyone to apply for the maximum, 30,000. So we are looking to fund between 5 to 8 projects from this call. As we've got about 2 years left to run on the project, we are expecting projects to be about 12 months in duration. They can be shorter than this, and if there is a valid reason, they can be longer than this. But we are keen to make sure that we are able to disseminate the findings of any projects that are funded in the remaining 6 to 12 months of the project. So ideally, a project would be between 6 to 12 months in duration. We have quite a wide eligibility criteria in terms of who can apply. So it doesn't have to be necessarily an organization. It can be individuals, it can be a group of partners. The only real stipulation that we have is that whoever is applying needs to be having a focus or an engagement with the sector of disability in Jordan, Lebanon, and Palestine. You can partner with organizations and universities and different NGOs in different countries, but the focus of the work needs to be on those 3 countries. We've launched on the website the call description and the outline of the call, and so that is all live, and we'll be accepting applications from the 11th of February, so later this week. We are giving about 6 weeks to receive applications, with the hope that we will be able to inform successful applicants by at the end of April if they have succeeded or not. The assessment criteria, which can also be found on the website, is quite straightforward and follows 5 assessment criteria upon which all applications will be assessed. And there is an assessment panel that is established, that is based upon, that it consists of academics from Lebanon, Palestine, and the UK. and they will be assessing the applications against these criteria. We're not expecting you to do this without any support. And so we are here as a project team to provide input, to answer questions throughout the application process. And we will be running 3 drop-in sessions where you can come along and ask any questions on the Thursdays in February and March. We will also, at those sessions, be running certain theme sessions on how to develop a budget, how to develop effective safeguarding approaches for research with vulnerable groups, and also support with any questions you might have about obtaining ethical approval if you are undertaking research. If there are any other areas that you would like us to provide some training on or support, then please do let us know at the email below, and we can develop a session to support on that basis. The application we are asking for the application to be submitted in English. If that is not possible to submit the application in English, then please again let us know, and we will be able to look to see how we can support you to submit it in Arabic or in other types of medium. We have quite a long period for the application process. So if you do have any questions after this event or at any other time, do drop us an email and we'll come back to you as soon as possible.